Alrighty, what's going on? This is part 5 of the road to 180. This is the post Bucks week. This is the second week of Lockie being in town. So I was forced to get into the gym. Honestly, I couldn't talk very well. I had lost my voice due to the fun activities that I got to do with my boys that weekend. So came into the gym feeling pretty average. We got pretty caffeinated though, and then just got after our session as best as we could have. Still ended up doing pretty good. Lockie had a fucking unreal session. I'm pretty sure he hang power snatched 120 kilos in the back. I was training with Nugget there. She's coming and hitting a session with some no feet snatches and we're doing some accessories and stuff. So yeah, she had a pretty crazy session too. Whereas I had a survival session, and this is where I really knew I was in trouble when I did a hang power clean and put it that low with 150 kilos. You can see there, I'm like, why am I here? Why am I doing this to myself? But we ended up, turning it around a little bit. Ended up getting to still 95% for a single, so it's still good. Jerks off, shoulders tight, vibes low, but still pretty quick, actually. Hold on. That 155 was pretty good. In all honesty, I probably should have just done, a few doubles at 155 and then probably just stayed at 160, because the 160s are actually quite nice. Whereas I was just really slow, as you'll see in a second, at 165. So that's fucking pretty good. Like, considering I'd come back from a 3-day Bucks weekend. Here's 160 again. Not bad at all. These jerks, yeah. Oh yeah, there it is. And then we jumped from 165, and then I'm pretty sure I Clark another one. Yeah, I Clark the next one, so I was like, okay. And then just soft. That's right. Hang clean high balls. Didn't have the VBT this day, because I knew I wouldn't be breaking any records there. Similar on this Kaiser stuff, just wattage was down by like 200 or 300 watts, which is completely understandable, given what I'd had to adapt to recently. So yeah, it was just get in, know your limits within the training. I'm pretty happy with the weights I was still able to lift though, but you just gotta go in with some pretty low expectations. Then we come to Tuesday. So Tuesday, I think at Dunbar it would have been rained out based on how the conditions are in the background there. I'm pretty sure it was like a really, really wet day. So ended up just going into World Gym which is around the corner from me. Hit a really good safety bar session actually. I think upon looking at the safety bar, I think it was like a 31 kilo bar instead of a 21. So I ended up doing a double at like 195 kilos, which is still pretty good for me. And then doing like my fast back sets at about like 170, 180. So the safety bar has been going quite well. Definitely seeing a noticeable growth in my quads. And I love that bar just so much because it reduces how much I can use my lower back to stand up the squats. Really have to drive through my hips and my quads, which is really good. So I'm starting to notice those subtle differences in the bar and the bar positioning. Then we come to Wednesday, acceleration session with Lockie. Here's him being a freak again. I got a little speed bounce. But usual track, 10, 20, 30s after just doing some 15 meter starts. And then we went over to better just to hit some gym session. Here he is again, just being a freak. And it's good to see the comparison videos between the two of how much faster his DRS are than mine. They're pretty good. He's sort of like dropping about 2.5 meters a second with some of his reps, where I'm sort of at that 1.8, 2 meters a second mark. And he's absolutely pumping me. He was pretty happy with this rep. Then the usual Kazarano at 200 kilos, and then some hamstring curls afterwards. Then we had a Thursday, did like a active recovery mobility session, which I'm probably going to upload tomorrow. Well, this is going to come out Wednesday, so it's probably going to be out Thursday. of what I did that week. Again, just didn't bother editing it because the whole week was a bit weird. Just didn't feel normal until about that, Thursday, Friday, and my voice finally came back. So yeah, this was the Friday. You can see there's just not nearly as much turnover as there usually is, particularly in that second pull, not particularly fast. And again, our sort of thermometer weight, which is the 140 power clean, you'll see. Just, a little slammy, not as dominant as it usually is, particularly in that second rep. So sort of knew what I was in for after I did that. I had my hopes up after I did that push jerk. I was like, okay, maybe I'm going to be okay. Good jerk there though. But then I did this 150 and I was like, oh yeah, okay, well, that was a little slammy too. But again, just the same message, just try not to go beyond your means too much. I definitely did that this week when I knew my CNS wouldn't be where it was. That was, having said that, that was a pretty good jerk. My CNS wasn't where it should be. 155 power clean, which is pretty standard. I think Lockie and Tiff were there as well, and they had done a morning session at Shire, so Lockie had double power clean 160 again, which is just unfucking believable. Hopefully I'm going to be there soon. So they came and watched me training in the afternoon at the home of William Ford and Graham Gaskell. Again, probably should have been saying that this 160, our first rep was pretty good. Oh, that's actually good from Lockie. I didn't realise he said that. Get up with it. I think it's a pretty decent jerk. Yeah, not bad. Whereas this 165, decent, clean. And then I think I had to take about 20 seconds, then I'd fucking get buried by this one, which I had no excuse not standing that up, to be honest, just being soft. Came back 20 seconds later and then made this. And it's pretty happy with this jerk. It's still just slow, right? Need to be going way faster than that. Then I do a terrible job with 167 and then I hit some pulls. So part 5, going well, things are ramping up, doing some higher doubles at sort of 165, 160 range. Maybe part 6 is going to be out earlier than I thought because I didn't realise I'd actually missed out on 3 weeks. But I hope you enjoy it. Keep up with it. It's going really well so far. See ya!